Dr. Quinn, how important is this?
I mean, this is so important. And my mom, she knew it. I remember so well, Blake, my mom telling us when we were children, yo, boys are not going to just lay around this house all summer and just watch TV. You're going to get out. We're going to get you doing something. Now, I don't know how in tune she was with the research, but according to the National Institute of Health, it's very well documented that there are research studies that have fact-based evidence that children that participate in summer programs, they do better in so many categories. And some of these categories that were listed include there's safer behavior, there's less emergency room visits, less accidents, there's less risky behavior, less scenarios where children are engaging in physical activity with each other that could be very dangerous, less alcoholism, less criminal behavior, less children participating in drugs or even getting into physical violent altercations like fights. There's better physical health. There's less unhealthy weight gain during the summer, better mental health, less depression, anxiety, increased social and emotional development. And listen, I had a conversation with a patient just a couple of days ago, and she told me that she wanted her children to stay home all summer to rest so that they would just do so well the next year, they be recharged. But what I shared with her was that the research overwhelmingly demonstrated children that participate in summer programs perform academically superior to children that don't. So let's get those children involved in some kind of summer programs.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily need to be something that costs money, right? It's just going out to the park, doing anything that is just not sitting on the couch. I remember when I was a kid, you know, we had a sports camp that I used to always go to, and of course it cost money, and luckily I was able to go do it. But then I also went skateboarding with friends during the weeks that we didn't have stuff. So it's really just important just to be out there. And you talk about, it's not just physical.
Mm-hmm. It's mental as well. And just know, we were talking, you mentioned money. Now, there are a lot of programs that are free, but you have to register for them. Anybody in our listening audience, you can call your municipality. For instance, if you're in the Jackson area, you can call the Jackson City Hall, and they have programs that are funded for children where you have to fill out applications. And listen, we're on the last minute. We need to go ahead and call today. I've spoken with Mayor Chokwe Lumumba's team, and they're ready for these programs, but also a lot of the local universities such as Jackson State, Belhaven, Millsaps. You can call these colleges, and they have programs that children can participate in. In a lot of cases, there's no charge. So let's get these children active. Let's get them off that sofa. Let's get them away from the social media, the screen time, and let's get them active and just do better next year as far as school, as the research has shown.
Yeah, and I got a question. So is it 5 days a week, 4 days a week? I mean, is it 7 days a week? I mean, is there any preference to it, or is it just how the kid is feeling?
Well, according to the research, get them involved every day if possible. The more structured a program, as far as a curriculum, something they have to do every day, is going to help that child, because you have to think about it. Your brain, your body, you keep it going, and it's active, and it gets better, it gets stronger. If the child has days when they're just at home with nothing to do, there's higher probability that they're probably going to do things that are counterproductive, get into trouble, and in a lot of cases, they just need to have something to do. So these programs are so good, they're so important. But also, my mom, when we became old enough, we had to work summer jobs because we learned responsibility, discipline, and as we got older, we understood, and it really helped us do better in life.
Yeah, and maybe some of the parents can get active with the kids this summer.
Most definitely, because spending more time with kids is so important.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Quinn, before we go, I've decided that I'm just going to start asking you our question of the day, because you always have some great answers to this. Are you living your dream? I already know the answer, but I want you to explain why you're living your dream.
I'm living my dream because I feel like I'm living my purpose. And that's what we really want to encourage young people to do. find out what it is that you're on this earth to do. And for me personally, my job is to help people gain better health physically and mentally. And I'm able to do that. I'm so blessed with this opportunity. And we really encourage our young people to find out what their purpose is and go in that direction, like your last segment with that APEC program through the schools is so very fulfilling.